Well, happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Look what we got going on now. Wow. If the very few of you that has known my channel or whatever, or known the one that I had previous that got terminated, that I started back in 2019, I spoke about Iran back like a lot, especially back in 2020. I would mention them because of the banking system. I used to make a lot of videos about the Federal Reserve and all that because that's just a very easy way to wake someone up. We all kind of know, right, about the Federal Reserve. I mean, that's like first grade level knowledge right there. So we should all know the history of the Federal Reserve, and that'll just tell you who owns your politicians, your mainstream media, your money, and why we're all enslaved. I mean, it's very, very basic things that a lot of people might even be aware of, but want to just keep ignoring for some reason. So, with all the timing with the riots and the immigration, now we have this with Iran supposedly striking back on Israel right after Israel struck Iran. What was it, yesterday or something? And I made a tweet. If you don't follow me on Twitter, and excuse the loud motorcycle outside, some of these people, I mean, they have these loud ass engines that drive by my apartment here, and I mean, but anyway, follow me on X. I'll leave it below. All my socials are going to be below. But follow me on X because I quoted basically it's like an Iran military account on X that all of a sudden started popping up on my feed. All this stuff about we're gonna attack Israel. They will pay for this. They're not ready for what's coming. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, so don't quote me exactly. But all these tweets that are very just like threatening and violent. You could sense the volatility in what they're saying. How it's like, whoa, this is like aggressive what they're saying. And then Donald Trump too with his tweet or whatever he said, talking about how, of course, America is going to back up Israel. We all know America and Israel are good friends. They're always going to be on their side. This is going to be about potentially taking over Iran. Obviously, a war, World War III, which we all know is scripted. It's been played out, right? Albert Pike talking about it being quote unquote predicted, even though it's just an agenda, really. That's been supposed to be happening, right? Between the Jews and the Arabs. And that's what's happening right now. Oh, it's been happening for thousands of years. Well, has it really been? Or, are they just using certain groups of people as scapegoats to say, hey, this person's the reason why your life sucks and this person's the reason why your life is terrible, instead of people looking at the real perpetrators, right? Just like You Don't Mess with the Zohan, like that movie, how they literally pretty much showed you in that movie the truth, that it's the corporations that actually control everything. It's not really the Jews and the Arabs even that are each other's enemies. And imagine the Jewish states, the Muslim states, whatever. Imagine they all came together, right, and fought off these idiotic powers that be, and said, we're not gonna continue to give in to fighting with you, because you know what? There's more citizens of these countries than there is of their military, than there is of the powers that be, worldwide as well. There's way more average everyday citizens than there is police, military, and powers that be. And don't get it twisted. If you're police, military, you're not up there in the pyramid of power. You're just basically a tool that they use, right? So to take people's rights away and to do the dirty work, arrest people, shoot people, this and that, right? All the get your riot armor on, the face shields, the baton, we know the stories, right? We've seen them. And we got the riots going on now. Trump wanting to bring in mass surveillance. We all know the connections between the you-know-who's and mass surveillance on the USA. And what they've done right now is there's just so much division they've caused. Not even just with this. I mean, there's so much going on. It's overwhelming, right? It's hard to even keep up and make all this content because it's always sounding so negative. But look around you. Look at what's going on. The world is on fire, like you see right here. It pretty much is on fire spiritually. Maybe not physically yet, but spiritually. This world is on fire. People are so divided. People don't care about anything. As long as there's money rolling into their bank account every 2 weeks, they don't give a shit about anything. And this is why we're in this position. I mean, the powers that be in this world, right, who monopolize banking and monopolize money, essentially, fiat currency, they are pricing you out so bad, and the people still don't care. They're doing all this shit to you, and people still don't care. Try to buy a house, try buying groceries, let me know the prices. Let me know. I mean, let me know. Are things really getting better, not only just in the US, but in the world? And the answer is absolutely not. And it's because people don't care about anything, right? They want you to choose a side. Choose Israel or Palestine. Choose your team. Gear up, choose your team. Go riot, go protest. Go get yourself arrested, right? This is really, really bad, man. I mean, people are grown ass adults who just cannot see the bigger picture of anything. I mean, I don't know. They can maybe make good money in these jobs. They can somehow get PhDs, right? I don't do any of those things. I'm not rich. I don't have a college degree even, right? I never did well in school. But somehow, some way, this guy right here, this little guy from New Jersey, who is no one, somehow, some way can see these things in the bigger picture and understand what needs to be done to make change. But most people can't. And it's not even that I'm smart or anything. It's just that most people won't take any action. They sit back, they listen to someone like me, probably people much bigger, I should say, who talk about these things. They take in information, and they don't make any change in their lives. They live every day just like everyone else, even though they'll tell you they're awake. And people on just in general will tell you, right, that they believe in free speech, that no one has an authority over anyone else. Meanwhile, government exists. Meanwhile, we have bosses at work. Meanwhile, we have people dressed in a police uniform giving you tickets for going 5 miles over the limit, right? People are so dumbed down. They don't understand things. They live in a different matrix than someone like me does. The media is baiting all of us. Social media is baiting all of us. Like the account that I mentioned before, the Iran military account, it's baiting people. It's rage bait. Donald Trump is rage baiting. All these politicians are rage baiting. They want people to be in an uproar. They want people to ask for change. They want things to get so bad. I don't know what exactly is going to pan out. I'm not going to predict the future or anything. But we know what they want. I know what their agendas are and what they want. I don't know how exactly they might accomplish it. But this is huge now. This Israel-Iran on Friday the 13th. If you know anything about numerology, occult history, dark occult history, I should say Satanism. I mean, on today, with the midst of the riots going on, right? And Trump doing the mass surveillance bill or whatever. Him fighting with Elon Musk. It's all these things to divide people. And I probably sound like a goddamn broken record. But everything that I'm telling you is about division. And people cannot see past the politics of it. They'll never... I'll explain to someone the who, what, when, where, and why. And how, why... Like, I don't... Like, the reasons I don't believe in politics. And just for them, in the end, to ask me... So, who did you vote for? Who do you prefer? Like, they just cannot understand it. That I don't believe in politics. That government shouldn't exist. Like, people lack imagination. They cannot imagine a better world. Like, and this is the mental state. Listen, I'm almost 30 years old. I'm in my late 20s. These are how guys my age think. They don't understand this. I mean, this is bad, man. You got people much older than me, even, who don't understand these things, teaching kids in schools, parenting kids. This is bad, man. Voting for a politician like you think is going to magically cure everything every 4 years that comes around. I don't understand how someone can grow up and realize that every 4 years that you listen to these charismatic personalities on stage talk about how they're going to make change for the people, and they never fulfill their promises. It's always packaged and wrapped in some sort of deceptive way to take a right away, to make it look like it's something good so that it's for your safety, right? This is to keep you safe, and the people just accept it. This is why no one my age can buy a home, is because the generations before me and that are still alive did not say no to central banking and these private banking systems. They got rear-ended by it. Now their kids are getting rear-ended even worse by it because it's a debt-based system. We're in $35 trillion freaking dollars of debt. Do you think that's going to get paid off ever? Use your brain, people. Like it drives me insane because like the amount of time that like I spend like just nailing these things, like it just saying very basic stuff that people can't wrap their heads around. And you see it right in front of you. It's never been easier to see quote-unquote conspiracy theories than today because all you gotta freaking do is look around. And you see how divided people are. You see the price of everything. You see the misery, the depression, the alcohol use, the drug use. The expressionless faces on the phone, TikTok, no attention span, lonely, right? Suicides on the rise. This is not good. And the older generations, I mean, I don't know. Like they just wanna like retire, and even though the money, right, that's been printed, I mean the money doesn't exist, one, but it's gonna be used more than likely, quote, to pay off the debt, the outstanding debt. It's gonna get stolen. Unless, you know, you cash out now and get it completely off grid, this and that. Excuse me. I hope I'm making sense to people out here. Like, I don't mean to sound angry, and I don't mean to sound like an a-hole or arrogant or like I know it all. But it's just, it's clear as day that we need to do something because I can't tell you how miserable living in this U.S. system is, right? Where everything is about money and image and aesthetic. Screw this person, screw that person. As long as I get what I want, I don't care about this person. This person doesn't bring me any value in terms of finances, right? I mean, this is how we all look at each other. It's all for the physical, all for the aesthetic of it, like I said. No one cares about moral character. No one's being taught truth or morality. Young men are lost. Young women are completely lost. No one my age is getting married or having kids anymore. The U.S. is done. I don't know what more I have to say. All I want people to do is research what I say and take action. It's if you really want to understand, it's not that hard. Like I don't know. Just the fact that you're getting so rear-ended financially, people should be rioting. Like that's the easiest way that I can think of for people to wake up is through like the Federal Reserve and the whole scam of a banking system we have, this whole debt-based economy. And people just, I don't know, they see it. It's really not hidden, any of that. It's not even conspiracy anymore. It's pretty known now. And it doesn't need to be hidden, right? They don't need to hide stuff from you anymore. That's why it's not that hard to research right now. There's going to obviously come a day where that's completely eradicated, where you're never going to be able to find any information of truth anywhere. We're headed in that direction because people don't say no. People sit back. People show up to their jobs day in, day out. They're very, very, very disciplined with that. They might show up to the gym, some people, right? They might be disciplined at that. They might sit down and read a book or something, some worthless meaning finance book because they want to increase their finances. But they never look at the bigger picture. And that you have to actually take action in this world to create positive change. If you're doing something because you want to make money or because you have some sort of sinister agenda behind it, it's not going to happen unless you join these people, of course, these higher powers, right, who've hidden all the wisdom and knowledge from us, which is why people are so dumbed down to begin with. They created the education system, right? It's a government facility. The government raised me. Government raised pretty much all of us, most of us, vast majority of us. And even if you didn't, you had influences on TV, in your music, on social media then when that came around, so on, so forth, right? It's endless. Once, especially to what the internet and social media has evolved to now, I mean, it's night and day the difference from when it started. You can scroll, especially with TikTok, what that started with the shorts, you could scroll infinitely, completely damaging all of us, especially kids out here whose brains aren't even fully developed yet. I think I said enough here. My point is that this is scripted. The conflict with the small hats and the Muslims is a manufactured conflict, just like the riots are, right? With the whole immigration, the same people who manufactured that whole thing to get people all riled up and mad and choose political sides and just influence behaviors in general and the way people think is the same people perpetrating this kind of war. It's worldwide. It's a new world order. It's not just the new United States order. It's the new world order. This is going to affect all of us worldwide, not just in the United States. But if the United States goes down, the whole world will go down without easily, because the United States has the most armed people in the whole entire world. So don't choose political sides. Don't fall. I know it's easy. They make it look real, especially because everyone around you falls for it. Just don't fall for it. Encourage people to look beyond this and understand that you could choose peace. You don't have to choose fighting. You don't have to choose war. You could choose peace. And I know both sides think that they're choosing peace, but they're really not. They're choosing war. They're all hypocrites in their belief systems. Their actions contradict their words.